Yo, so I'm actually working in the Imperial College. Obviously the building opposite is another Imperial College building. The one I'm working in is being constructed at the moment, as you can see, and is right beside the Grenfell Tower. See, I wasn't even going to make this video, but since I drive past the Grenfell Tower pretty much every morning on my way into work, I thought, you know what, I'll make this video. And it was a coincidence. The same day I saw the news report with that fool got arrested, and they were talking about the case on, I think, ITV. My work colleague was asking me whereabouts the Grenfell Tower is, like what area does it come under. Now, I never knew about the Grenfell Tower, and pretty much no one did before the incident that happened 2 years ago. I think it was June the 14th. Because I used to go to uni just around the corner, which was in Notting Hill. Now, Grenfell is around Ladbroke Grove, Latimer Road, which is like kind of like the Notting Hill area as well. It's just beside it. So Notting Hill Carnival is kind of around that area. Obviously, I didn't know nothing about the Grenfell Tower until obviously that tragedy happened. And I didn't know whereabouts it was in West London. I just knew it was in West London. And I remember one day I was on the A40 coming from Marylebone, just in case you don't know where that is, that's in central London. And I was going towards Hanger Lane, which is in West London. And the A40 takes you like, it's called a flyover, where basically it's like a carriageway that takes you over. It's like a bridge. And I was driving my car, just, you know, on the road, not thinking about anything in particular. And I got around the corner and I just saw this flat, amongst others, that was black, and it looked like it'd been burned to smithereens. And I realized, I was like, shoot, that's the Grenfell Tower, you know. And it sent shivers down my spine. Even now that I think about it, even now I'm talking about it, sending shivers down my spine. Because it's just a way I just get, you know, it kind of crept up on me when I've just gone around the corner as I'm following the road around. I just saw this black tower block amongst ones that are like, you know, grey looking or whatever. Now, I think before all of them had cladding on it, but they removed it, so they don't look as desirable now. But yeah, obviously it was tragic and a lot of people lost their lives. And, you know, it's not even like that much after, but people were making jokes about the Grenfell Tower disaster on the day. Even the firefighters were mocking it. I remember I saw a video where the firefighters were on their way to the fire, and they were like flipping out, you know, like they were just making jokes and stuff. You know, you can go and watch the videos. I don't really want to repeat what they were saying and stuff like that. And I just thought, these people are absolute assholes. Like, people died. I don't think some of these people who are making jokes about the Grenfell Tower actually realize that people died. And I've seen some of the victims as well, so I believe, because basically my taekwondo instructors opened up a new club around that Latimer Road, and it's in a community centre that's right near the Grenfell Tower. Now, when you stand outside the community centre, you can see some of the sister blocks. And one time I went there, I think I've only been in there once or twice, but definitely at least once. I went inside, and there was a big group of Somalian women. And one of the managers there said, these are the people who are basically the refugees, or, you know, they're basically seeking refuge at the community centre, because obviously their homes have been destroyed by the fire, obviously. And I think, like, these people don't realise that when they're making jokes about the Grenfell Tower, they don't realise, like, it's not just, yeah, people on TV and, you know, it's made up. It's not a soap opera. This is real life, innit? And until they see people and they're living in certain ways, then they'll actually realise, like, yo, you don't make jokes about this. Now, my mum and I watched the news report the other day, and obviously my mum, being how she is or whatever, innit, she was like, they should lock him up and throw away their blood clot. Nah, I'm joking. Now, my mum's not no yardie or nothing like that. My mum's Jamaican, but she's straight British. She was saying that she thinks, you know, they should lock him up. And I was saying to her, I don't think they should lock him up, because obviously, you know, people used his mobile phone to record, quote unquote, basically like a mockery of the Grenfell Tower. So basically they recorded some kind of, they made like a flat out of a box, and they set the box on fire. You know, you can go and find that that video. I've even watched it again after seeing it on the news, and obviously he got arrested for it. Now he's trying to claim, oh, it wasn't me. Apparently, I didn't record it. Someone used my phone to record it. Listen, I did not hear anyone say in the background, give me my phone back. What the hell are you lot doing? I heard people laughing and just making jokes saying, oh, it's a bit hot in here, and just taking a piss. And like, these people don't understand. So my mum says, yeah, lock him up. And I think most of you people say, yeah, lock him up, make him serve time. But personally, everyone who's involved in that video, who created that video or whatever, and who's involved in that video, I think there was 5 people arrested. I don't think they should go to jail, because yes, what they're doing is an outright disrespect. They're taking a piss, yeah, but they're not committing a crime. But what they do need to do, they need, whoever these people are, wherever they live, yeah, they need to go down to Latimer Road, yeah, they need to go to that community centre where I've seen some of the refugees, whatever, yeah, and they need to like actually speak to them. Someone needs to force these lot to go down there and speak to them and just experience and just like have them tell them stories of how it's destroyed their families and how some of their family members have died, and just so they can drum it into them, like, you know, this is not a joke. Yeah, do you know what their punishment should be? It shouldn't even be jail time. It shouldn't be jail time. Do you know what it should be? They should be carrying out community service on that estate for the next 5-6 years. Yeah. Now, if it was up to me, I'll tell him, because basically what they've done is on the Grenfell Tower, you're going to see, obviously, you've seen in the video prior to this, obviously the intro to this video, they've put up some kind of sheet to say, so I don't know what they're doing inside, probably renovating the tower, whatever, but at the top it says forever in our hearts, whatever. Yeah, so I think they're going to obviously repaint the flat. If it's up to me, I'd say make him go and paint the flipping whole flat with his damn toothbrush. But no, they need to carry out community service on that estate. I know, you know what, they might even be under attack, but that's their problem. But they don't really deserve to go to prison. Name and shame them. Yes, they have been shamed, or at least the guy whose mobile phone that was used has been shamed. But they need to go to that area. They need to go to the estate, whatever the estate is called that the Grenfell Tower lies on, and they need to carry out community service on the estate, and they need to help out the people who they're mocking, because until they actually, you know, have a conversation with these people, until they actually talk to these people, they're not going to experience what these people are going through. Yeah, and I'll say it now, because you know me. If you've been watching me, following me for a decent amount of time, you know I'm not I'm not PC. Yeah, I say it how it is. Yeah, I don't believe in being PC. I believe a lot of white racist people are glad that the Grenfell Tower disaster happened, because you know I've even heard comments from people. They call it like the scumbag tower, or they called it the scumbag tower and stuff like that after it burnt down. And there were people. They're probably not even Londoners, probably some Londoners, but a lot of people from outside of London saying, yeah, you know, it was a good thing that the Grenfell Tower burnt down. I'm like, what the hell has the Grenfell Tower got to do with you? But because they're so racist and they know that tower was full of people who, most likely 99% of the people who are in that tower are non-English white people or non-British white people, they were like, yeah, good riddance. Get rid of them. We don't need no more foreigners in this country. That's how racist some people are. Now, obviously, there could be some black people that think like that as well. But more than likely, the people who made those comments are more than likely white, racist people. Obviously, most white people in this country are not racist. But there is still a small minority that spoil it for the majority, which is just disgusting. But I don't think the guy should really go to prison. But he needs to pay back. And he needs to be named and shamed. All of them need to be named and shamed. They need to go to the estate and they need to carry out community service for a very long time to set an example. You do not take the piss out of people and you know, people losing their loved ones. You know, there were some parents, right? God forbid this happened. I don't even believe in God, but God forbid this happened. The parents were down on the ground because they managed to escape from the tower that was burning, and they could see their children at the window banging on the glass. They couldn't even bang on the glass was melting, screaming out mummy and daddy. And you got these assholes who think it's funny. They think it's funny to make jokes like that. if you're an adult right now, you got a child or whatever, or you know, you got loved ones, and you know they're tiny children. Just imagine, right? You know, you don't want to imagine something like this, but just right now, just picture a child that you really love. Doesn't even have to be your own if you don't have any. A child that you really love. Just imagine them for 1 second at a window in a burning building, and they're screaming your name, and you can't go on. You can't go on and rescue them and help them. How would you feel? So those people who are dumb enough to make jokes and mock the Grenfell Tower and people who lost their lives, they need a good slap. They need to pay their respects back. They need to pay back for, well, they need to just go down there and they need to do community service on that estate for a very long time and pay back something to the community for taking a piss like that. Because it's easy for people to go on camera and take the piss out of people, but it's just a lot more difficult for people to go down there and carry out community service. So I don't think they should be locked up, because them being put away is not helping the community. Them going down there and helping out can help the community. So yeah, it's a terrible thing to happen, and even worse, you got people taking the piss. There was even people flipping taking damn well selfies in front of the damn tower, like it's the fucking Empire State Building, man. Come on, man. But anyway, I thought I'd just make this quick video. Yeah, as I said, I wasn't gonna make the video, but my work colleague was talking about it, and then obviously I see that thing on the TV the same day. So hope you like the video. I hope you might, you know, agree with me. If you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. Write down your comments in the box below. Stay wise.